You ever had an encounter with any type of spiritual beings?
Yes.
And then I see this demon looking back at me.
Paralysis a lot, which I know you've had too.
Yes, yes.
For that, I can vouch for that. Like, I personally had sleep paralysis.
Yes, I believe that, there's like two sides to everything, and we have the physical and then we have the spiritual realm where, a lot of activity happens, a lot of like auras, things like that. That's where that exists.
And do you believe like there's like opposing forces like angelic or demonic?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, have you ever had an encounter with any type of spiritual beings?
Yes.
Here we go.
And was it deeper than energy, like they actually like were beings?
Yeah, I have actually. I've messed around with a few, shadow work, dark stuff, things like that.
For real?
Yeah, like, conjuring, rituals, things like that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that stuff, if you do it, right, I guess, you can get, what you want out of it.
So you've actually done it and like gotten what you want?
I've definitely like, done an offering towards a certain deity, and he definitely showed up.
So like, what was the name of the deity?
So I was trying to, like, it was during like a red, blood moon, something like that.
Was it like a Christianity or something?
No, definitely not. More so voodoo.
Okay, so like what type of voodoo? I've done a bunch of interviews like with different religions. So like, is it like Haitian voodoo or like New Orleans?
So like New Orleans.
So like hoodoo.
So just like kind of unpacking what's happening at the minute. When he's talking about rituals and stuff, personally, I know people that have done that and been through that, and I can vouch that they are not lying to me. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite specific in that rituals is when something is given to receive something back.
Exactly, more so hoodoo, and like the one I'm talking about is like Aloha, goes by the name of Legba, yes, or Baron Samdi.
Okay, so Baron.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Baran.
Yeah, Baran Samdi.
But you summoned the one Sambi, who's also in Haitian voodoo too.
It's crazy that you know about Baran like that.
I actually summoned him too at one point.
Word.
And Legba as well.
How'd that go?
I got deep, bro. I'm not gonna front. I actually went to Haiti, and and I actually it's not coincidence. This is crazy, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I caught your glance like that, and I was like, so I'm like, snap.
Quick, right?
Yeah.
Quickening. Yeah, bro. I went to Haiti, and
yeah, man.
I had the bees, bro. Like I'm talking about multiple different deities were attached to me. Loas. Yeah, man. I was deep. I was actually gonna be a dual inducted warlock. I was being trained up by a very, very famous warlock. I'm not gonna say his name. Yeah. From New Orleans. I started getting deep into shamanism. Being trained up by a very famous shaman as well. Started balancing chakras, Cherokee and Syrian spirits, Palladian beings. So like the whole point of this journey was to find out the purpose of life. Okay. Because bro, I traveled the world, had all these girls, but I was 29, bro, and just I was like, bro, I'm putting my foot down. Like none of this means anything. I'm gonna figure it out. Word. I would have sleep paralysis a lot, which I know you've had too.
Yes, for sure. When I was 15.
And that's kind of like what started everything for you spiritually.
Yeah, literally, I had a sleep paralysis experience when I was 15. Saw the shadow in my dream, and after I was awake, woke up in sweats. But it actually looked like a shadow doppelganger of myself.
For that, I can vouch for that. I personally had sleep paralysis once when I was about 7 or 8, and I know multiple people that have also had it. And it's, for me personally, it was when it was like I was asleep, just chilling, sleeping downstairs for some random reason on the couch or something, and I was looking at this we used to have this big chest of drawers, so it's like a massive chest of drawers, kind of a chest of drawers. I don't know how to describe it, but I had like tiers anyway, and then on like the top tier I woke up, I couldn't move, so I'm laid like this, well, not so, but I'm laid straight, right, and now it's moving, as soon as I woke up. And there's a demon sat on the top of this chest of drawers, for example. Chest of drawers makes it sound really small, but it was like dead tall, right? And then so I'm sat there and I can't move, and then I see this demon like looking back at me, and I'm not scared.
Ooh, you're hard showing off.
I don't know why. The weirdest thing is that I wasn't physically scared. Like if that happened to me now, I'd be so scared. I don't know why though. I don't know why I wasn't. I just couldn't move, and I was a bit like, whoa, like what's going on? And then I remember I slept down there with my brother and my dad. So I've got an older brother and then my dad as well. And then I was looking to my right and to my left, and like no one was there, and it was just me. It was really weird. And then I tried to shout dad. Nothing would come out, so it was like, ugh. And then I'm starting to like panic a little bit, and I'm like, oh, can't move, can't shout. What is going on? And the more I kept trying to shout dad, the door was like next to where this demon was, and I kept shouting, and then this massive bright light ended up coming through the door once I got dad out, said dad father a few times, and then I blinked and I could sit up, and it was just like normal day again. And then I remember just going out, and like mum made pancakes somewhere, and I had pancakes, like chilling. I didn't even think anything of it. But looking back, it was like some people, when I saw somebody like played it off, like, oh, it's just like a dream and stuff. But then looking more into the scriptures, in Ephesians 6:12, it says, "For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the ruler, against the authorities, and against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms." Sleep paralysis is, well, for me, I genuinely think it was the devil trying to get you in some sort of way. So in that time, it felt like he was trying to scare me or try to lure me in to like be fascinated by it. And it obviously is quite fascinating. And if he can't get you in there, I'll get you another way. But it didn't scare me because I had Jesus, right? And that is why it didn't scare me. Not knowing that at the time when I was like young, you don't know that. But that was definitely why, and that's what helped me. And then, but what the verse is addressing, sort of breaking it down, it's talking about how there's more to this world than fighting against each other, fighting in wars, fighting against authorities, fighting against political fights, like what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing. And the biggest fight is against the spiritual realm. It's against what some would say is against your mind, it's against your thoughts, because that's where the spiritual realm can attack the most, because it's the unseen. But the good news is that later on in Luke 10:19, it says, "Behold, I have given you the power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you." And like, to unpack that, it's basically talking about what Jesus did on the cross. Because Jesus defeated the enemy, it gives us the authority to have authority over the demons, have authority over the devil, and have authority over the spiritual realm through Jesus and through what Jesus did, not for anything we've done or that we're all high and mighty, right? But through what Jesus did. And serpents and scorpions is basically like, I don't know, it's just Jesus using a metaphor for like devils, demons, the enemy kind of thing. And I think that's basically what sleep paralysis is. But now let's have a look at what is the definition. Boom. When you cannot move or speak as you are waking up or falling asleep. It can be scary. Most people. So bam, literally exactly what I just said. And like, I know multiple people that have had it, and I know multiple people that have had it in different scenarios where, like the guy said, you wake up sweating, you have it multiple times. I know people that have had it like countless times, like night after night after night after night. And for me, it just highlighted not how strong the enemy is, because I think it was physically holding me down, like I couldn't move, but how much bigger our God is, because the light was an angel or Jesus, and it was the simple step of just the presence of God, and I was instantly like, bang, blink of an eye, it's done. And later on in other passages in the Bible, another passage, it talks about how even the demons know Jesus. Or let me try to find it so I'm not paraphrasing. Yeah, I don't want the King James version, that's a bit heavy. So it says, "You believe that God is one, you do well. Even the demons believe and shudder." Damn! So even the demons know the power of God, and if that power of God is in us, then therefore we just have authority over them, have authority over demons. And the main thing is that if you're going through a period of having sleep paralysis, if you've had it, just unpacking it with Jesus and unpacking it with the thought of, did I have Jesus, did I not? What was the result of that? Is massive. And for me, it was the difference between, I think, repeatedly having sleep paralysis and having these things, and not having it because I had Jesus.
It was a spirit that shape shifted into what you look like to make you feel like it was you.
Yeah, like I'm like it's something
like a guide
for a reason. Exactly. Like,
but the experience wasn't that enjoyable.
No.
It was actually scary.
It took me years to like understand, wrap my.
Boom. What was it you said? It took him years. It wasn't enjoyable. Not that I found it enjoyable, but I look back and think, wow, what horrible thing to happen. And I'm assuming this guy wasn't a Christian or just didn't have Jesus in his heart, and that difference just from what he said and what I've previously said. So guys, just get a little Jesus, man. Just get a little Jesus. And also do your research. Anything I've said, I'll link the video below. But if you can find the Bible, read it for yourself, read it in context. That is so much better than just listening to someone say it, or listen to someone say it, just listen to someone talk about it, and then do your research and understand it for yourself. Because that's huge.